We're hearing more from an emotional day in court. A man was sentenced for killing a woman while she was jogging. It was back in 2014 that Melissa Millan was found dead in Simsbury. Her case went cold until her killer, William Leverett, came forward and confessed. Fox 61's Tony Black has more from today's sentencing.
I would like to say to all of you how truly sorry I am for the pain I have caused your family over the past several years. I can never forgive myself, but hopefully this sentence brings you some amount of justice and closure.
William Leverett speaking to the family of Melissa Millan at his sentencing Tuesday. He stabbed the 54-year-old insurance executive in the chest while she was jogging in Simsbury in 2014. It went unsolved for nearly 4 years before he turned himself in.
And it was that religious faith that guided him to enter the police department that day and confess.
His defense attorney saying there's no explanation for the impulsive and spontaneous act of madness. Millan's brother Matthew in the courtroom Tuesday sharing who his sister was and the trauma that followed after her death.
Melissa's murder threw our family into a triage and survival mode to deal with both our individual and our collective grief.
The prosecution called the crime sad and scary.
While there's no doubt that he did this, I still do not understand why he did this, nor do I think the defendant understands why he did this.
Matthew says this isn't closure as his sister is still gone. During his speech, he reflected on his niece and nephew and how much this impacted their lives at just 12 and 15 when the murder happened.
Their childhood was torn away.
Her kids were not in attendance, but they shared messages through letters. Daughter Tori reflecting on memories with her mom.
Her love was unwavering and permeated every aspect of our world.
And son Zeke writing about the impact of her death on his life. The letter was read by a victim services advocate.
I had grown up without one person I would have loved to share my life with.
The prosecution also talked about the 35-year sentence with an additional 7 years of special parole, obviously taking what happened into account, but also his confession and what they said likely would have been an unsolved murder if he did not confess to it. They also took into account his autism diagnosis. In Hartford, Tony Black, Fox 61 News.